finally, what Biocon has been waiting for, the big approval for pegfilgrastim has come in. Overnight, the US FDA has approved pegfilgrastim. It's a drug that was jointly developed by Biocon and Mylan. To take us through the important development and what happens next, we are joined by Mazumdar-Shaw of Biocon. Good morning, Ms. Shaw. Thank you so much for speaking to Bloomberg Quint. First of all, congratulations on your big achievement. But we know what exactly has happened. What's the way ahead? What will happen next? What's the launch pipeline and what's the launch timeline that we have for pegfilgrastim now?
Well, pegfilgrastim has an imminent opportunity to get into the marketplace. And I think this is a huge milestone again for Biocon, as you very rightly put it, because this is now the second biosimilar that has got approval from US FDA. And as you know that in both cases, we are the first biosimilar in its category to be approved. So it was first biosimilar trastuzumab and now the biosimilar Neulasta. And as you know, many companies who have actually been working on the similar molecules have still not crossed the finishing line. So it tells you how complex these drugs are to develop, and it also reflects the competence and capabilities that we have at Biocon.
Ma'am, what's the expected timeline for launch? Mylan has said that it will happen in the coming weeks. What's the view at your end?
Yeah, so I think, as we said, it is imminent and, we will be prepared for imminent launch and we will be getting ready for how soon we can get it into the market.
Okay, it's a big drug, $4.2 billion according to the statement that was released by you. How much market share can you expect to garner in the first year, and what's your assumption of a price erosion?
I don't think I would like to basically make such comments because I defer to Mylan, who is really front-ending the commercialization. But suffice to say that Mylan will try and garner as much market share as they possibly can, because we do have a first-mover advantage, and we will try and make the best of it.
Okay, any details of how much price erosion assumption are you considering?
Not at this point in time. I do not want to comment on that.
Okay, fair enough. In terms of ramp up of this drug, how will that be? Will it be gradual? What's the strategy there?
I think, all these questions are something you should ask Mylan, because I think they are the commercial front end for this product, and it's not right for me to comment.
Okay, so I'll ask something that is more pertinent to Biocon at this point of time. Can you give us the financial agreement that is there between you and Mylan for this drug? How much percent of the revenues or how much percent of the profits that you will be getting, and what kind of margins you will be making on this drug?
As you know, from a revenue point of view, it is going to be Mylan who will really book the top line revenues. Biocon will basically be getting a profit share, and the only revenues we can book is the supply of product to Mylan.
Any idea on what EBITDA margins will you be working on this drug?
Well, obviously you can imagine that these EBITDAs are very attractive and very lucrative, and that is why we've been investing so much in biosimilars, because we believe that these are very attractive drugs to develop. And certainly for the foreseeable future, I think biosimilars will see very low levels of competition, and therefore we believe that we will be able to have very rich EBITDAs.
Okay. Does this allay any concerns on the Bangalore facility? Because a lot of questions were asked when you got 7 observations there. Does this allay anyone who's having any concern on the working of the Bangalore facility?
Well, first and foremost, I think people who comment on 483s need to understand what these 483s are about. If you looked at the comments made by people who understand the 483 significance, clearly said that these were just not significant and these were not material, and that these were more in the nature of continuous improvement. And the fact that we've got approval means that the audit was found satisfactory.
Okay. Are you prepared capacity-wise from the Bangalore plant to supply whatever Mylan needs in this drug?
So we are going to continuously make sure that we put in capacity to support every one of our biosimilar needs.
Okay. Another important question, and you spoke about this is the second approval that you've got. The first one was trastuzumab. I think the street wants to know from you what kind of EU approval timeline can we expect for trastuzumab?
Now that is something I really can't give you any optics on. We've gone through an inspection and we're hoping that EU will give us an early approval. But it's something that we really won't know much about till we really get optics on how they're looking and reviewing our dossiers.
Okay. And my final question, Ms. Shaw, and this actually came in one of the international dailies yesterday overnight, and just wanted your comment. I don't know how authentic this is, but it says that FDA rejects Mylan and Biocon's follow-on insulin glargines referencing Lantus. Can you care to comment what this is regarding?
No, this is basically talking about a complete response letter that we received because, as you know, we had a 30-month hold. And as a part of that, we decided to include our Malaysia facility. And we had a discussion with FDA, and it was very clear that a CMC bridge was not going to suffice and that they would need a clinical bridge. And therefore, we decided as a part of this 30-month hold that it was in our best interest to actually, anticipate a CRL, but do a clinical bridge so that we have the right capacities with which to address the market. So this is something that we anticipated. It's not that it's been rejected in an outright manner. It is something that we have anticipated and proactively working on to make sure that all our facilities are approved by US FDA, ahead of the 30-month, approval timelines that we are looking at.
Okay, Ms. Shaw, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for speaking to Bloomberg Quint, and once again, congratulations on the big achievement.
Thank you.
Well, not too much of details divulged, but Darshan tried his best to try and get almost all necessary points coming in from Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. The stock of Biocon has cooled off completely after starting off the pre-open session in a very positive way.